Hello, this is Lucretia with the Calm and Confident You podcast. Today I'm going to start talking about defense mechanisms. In psychology, defense mechanisms are strategies, usually unconscious, used to avoid uncomfortable feelings such as guilt or anxiety from unacceptable thoughts or feelings. This is important for you to know because if you are engaging in defense mechanisms, it can negatively affect your relationships and hamper your ability to have a healthy and fulfilling life. Let's look at denial. Most people are familiar with this defense mechanism in which a person refuses to see reality. Denial helps people avoid having to give up a harmful addiction. Denial helps to protect people from the pain of admitting to their flaws or mistakes. Denial protects people from experiencing the pain and shock of losing someone in death. Denial helps protect people from having to admit to or acknowledge a painful reality. Typical examples come from the area of addiction, where people tend to not see they have a problem with the substance, even though it is affecting their relationships, work, health, finances, and so on. It involves excuses and arguments, such as pointing out others who are worse, claiming their use is within the social norm, pointing out they work and function just fine, dismissing evidence of it being harmful, and turning it around as a character flaw in others who don't approve. I mentioned substances, but this can be the case with any addiction such as gambling, porn, excessive shopping. Whenever I think of excessive shopping, I remember an article I read in a magazine in a doctor's waiting room. It was about people who spent excessive amounts of money at Christmas time. One example was of a woman whose family already lived on a tight budget, but she racked up $4,000 on her credit card for gifts and then was hiding that from her husband. She probably justified her over-shopping by saying she cared so much about the people for whom she purchased the gifts. Denial may protect a person's self-image. People don't want to admit to flaws or mistakes they make in relating to others. The person didn't say a hurtful thing. They didn't behave selfishly. They didn't yell when angry. They didn't forget a promise. They didn't shoplift or lie. You are the one who is mistaken. And so it starts to become clear how denial can be harmful to relationships. It can also be protective, such as when someone finds out about the loss of a significant loved one. The pain may be too much to bear, and it may be experienced as unreal. They may act for a while as if the person will be home tomorrow. In order to live a healthier, quality, and connected life, a person needs to break through denial to face reality so that they can consciously choose how they want to respond. Addiction to substances is an area where facing reality is clearly the only way to get on the path to making a healthy, even life-saving change. In relationships, admitting to personal flaws and working to improve can strengthen the honest experience in caring for one another. If you mess up in relating to someone, you need to apologize in order to repair the relationship. What is the form of a good apology? It involves admitting you made a mistake, saying you are sorry you hurt the person, and asking how you can make up for it or improve going forward. So to summarize, denial is a very powerful defense mechanism. It can allow people to continue to engage in destructive behavior, which seems pleasurable and desirable to them, while it actually damages their quality of life. It can prevent people from dealing with reality and making conscious decisions. This week, check on your own denial process. Are you able to admit your flaws and mistakes, at least to yourself? This is not meant to be a beat up yourself activity to convince you that you are the worst of all humans. It is a get real activity. Are you sitting around more because you have let yourself get out of shape? Are you being ridiculous with spending? Do you treat others the way you like to be treated? Is there something you could do better going forward? If you are liking this podcast and you want access to more community, then join my Facebook group, Strategies for Managing Overwhelming Thoughts and Emotions. And be sure to watch for the next Calm and Confident You podcast episode. Until next time, be well.